There's a very famous account from a Spanish priest who came over with the conquistadors from Spain to the New World, and he documented what life was like in the New World, and among all the things that he talked about, he did document some of the cruelties that the native population endured. So at times, the Spanish would unfortunately torture these natives, and one of the forms of torture that they endured was burning of the feet. Like my hobbits, my god. Just fire on the feet, standing on a candle. I don't know what kind of introduction that was, but we're back with more Lord of the Rings Online. I'm in the Hall of Lore, which is all the way over here at the Sages tier, and we're going to begin doing another quest chain that I missed along the way. So let's go ahead and get started.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith? Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
Pardon my intrusion, Warden, but there is a matter I would like to discuss with you. It is one I would prefer to keep quiet if possible. A few days ago, a warrior returned from the Pelennor with a peculiar scroll. He claimed to have wrested from a fallen Haradrim sorcerer and sought to have it displayed among the many trophies of battle here in the Houses of Lore. We honored his request, but so strange was the text that I endeavored to transcribe and study it in my own time. I was able to transcribe it, but this very morning, the scroll was taken from its resting place above. I hurried to cover the theft and stored my transcript in its place, but it will not be long before its loss is noticed by those with more discerning eye. I would have it returned, and I care not if the thief is punished. My only concern is that of the scroll. I have little advice to offer other than to begin searching the trophy collection. If nothing is there, return with my transcript, and we can discuss a new course. Alright. So what I will say is that I definitely struggle with these interior locations here. With all these rooms, man, I always have a hard time finding what I'm needing to find. So he said the trophy room. I have no idea where that is. We're going to find it together, though. Let me put on my forced march. I don't know. Let's start over here. Why not? Let me check this little corner. Nothing here. This does not look like the right area. Looking for the trophy room. So many rooms, so many doors. Let me take a look here. Where am I? All the way up in the north corner. I think this is where I went, isn't it? Let me go here. Aside from the scroll's known thefts, nothing else appears to be out of place. Okay. The transcript is written in a strange, unfamiliar tongue. I can't really read it. I was seeing if it was maybe an item I could interact with, but that is not the case.
The enemies of men approach. I hope you are prepared.
It is as I expected. If the scroll was all they wanted, then what was their aim? There are many collectors of queer trinkets in Minas Tirith and the lands beyond, but with more come to our gates, I doubt many have worried themselves with obtaining new artifacts and curiosities. I transcribed the text as neatly as I might, though I do not understand the very words I wrote. I thought to take it to the archives to translate, but I do not wish to leave our collections unattended until this is resolved. You are a friend of J.R.R., are you not? He knows much of old and strange languages, and perhaps he might aid us. Take my transcript to him and see what he makes of it. Alright. J.R.R. Let us return to the city of Lag. So yeah, I'm already up here all the way to the top, so I don't need to take a swift travel pony or anything. Just need to go on through. So it's a scroll that was taken from a Haradrim warrior. Interesting. What is this, Skippin? What have you to show me? You tell Mithrandir that Mjolnir has transcribed the lost scroll without understanding its language and hopes to learn more of its origin. A simple translation? Certainly, he should have all the resources he requires, and within the city at that. I have translated the words on this scroll, but I will not speak them. The language is old, older than most, and it tells of a nameless things torn from their depths and bound to Sauron's will. I shall say no more of it. This is a tool of the enemy, and no good can come from speaking these words. If ever you have doubted my words or judgment, trust them now. I advise you to burn this at once, before any ill fate can befall you or this manor you spoke of. You may tell him that it contains something of fell design, but do not speak more on it. Even if pressed, I do not wish him to worry his fellows on the eve of war, for such things can turn the tide of battle before it even begins. And back to Mjolnir once again. So I am trying to get Kindred here. Let's see how far I am. Alright, I'm almost there. So I need 1,500 more reputation, because once I'm Kindred, that's going to open up another quest chain that I missed here along the way. So hopefully by the time I finish these quests, we should be able to do it. Wait a second, I need to go down one more level, don't I? Yeah, I do. Down we go. Yet again. And then, which way was it? This way? Yes, this way. Perfect. Houses of Lore.
We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
Did you speak to Mithrandir? I am most curious what he had to say about the text. You informed Mjolnir that Mithrandir urges the transcript destroyed, and that the words themselves can only aid the enemy. Can such things be? Some foul sorcery bestowed upon a mere scroll? I am relieved that I did not attempt to speak it. I urge you to do as Mithrandir asked, my friend. Here, burn it in the fireplace beside me. The transcript folds and burns in the flames.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith? Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
Although part of me still yearns for the knowledge we may have lost, I am glad to see the enemy's words turn to ashes. If our thief seeks to speak it, there is only one place he might learn of the study of such language, in the old archives. I know of the archivist, Guldil, who is still unfailing in his vigilance and dedication to maintaining our old text. If you were to speak with him, he might be able to tell you of unfamiliar faces that have come to the archives this day. It is our best chance if we have to track down the scroll before the hour is too late. Go to the archives with haste, Skippin. I fear what power the scroll might restrain if even Mithrandir would not speak of it. So the old archives. There was like a little instance quest in there, but I forget where the archives actually are. Oh my god, look at this. Look at this lag. It's like the mountain loaded, but the entire city has not. Alright, we're in this. We're in this. Let me see where the archives are. See, I guess that's underneath the stone here on this level. So I'm gonna go up. By up, I mean north, not like up a level. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it's on this tier. Here we go. The old archives. Come on, get in there.
We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
Can you not see that I am busy? I'm sorry, Warden. There have been many folk about the archives today, and it is a great challenge to maintain order with so many things out of place. You tell the archivist of Maynir's concern. Ah, Maynir, he is a good fellow, if a bit overbearing. As I said, several people have passed through the archives today, some studying the lines of kings and others the Great Plague. Allow me a moment to think.
The enemies of men approach. I hope you are prepared.
Ah, yes, there was one man interested in our gathered knowledge of languages. He was holding a scroll, but I thought nothing of it at the time, as most who come through here are studying one thing or another. I do not wish to appear rude, but he seemed to be a bit of a haggard fellow. We informed Guldil that this man is likely a thief and has taken a prized trophy from the houses of lore. I take it back, Gippin. Rude or not, he had the look of a thief, and that is why I have kept such a close eye on the entrance since he arrived. I can show you the way to our collection of works on the languages of men, but I leave it to you to deal with him. Come, let me lead you through the archives.
The enemies of men approach. I hope you are prepared.
You are nearing the proper section, Kip, and it's just up ahead, up the stairs, and to the left. It is there that we have catalogued our extensive, albeit woefully incomplete knowledge of the various languages of Gondor, Rhûn, Harad, and beyond. If the scholars of Minas Tirith have what the scroll thief seeks, it must be among the texts stored there. You may proceed at your own discretion, but I urge you to be swift. I will remain here and ensure that no one makes for the door. Our collected works on languages can be found in the back of the archives and up the stairs to the left. Okay. You can find a man surrounded by scrolls and barricades into a corner of the archives. I desire no part in this. All I want is this matter to have gone from the archives. What do you want with me? Away with you, Warden. You're here for the scroll, aren't you? The scroll's of no use to me, but the words can unmake the steward.
Every minute feels like hours. We can only prepare so much.
You warn Nobor that he does not understand that the scroll is a tool of the enemy. The words of yet another dog, happy to feast on scraps at the feet of the steward. The enemy shall claim all soon enough. Better we position ourselves to be spared his full wrath. The steward is powerless, and his mind betrays him. If he would treat with his own son so shamefully, then how lowly are we to him? No, I cannot surrender now. The steward must be slain. Your words are wasted on me. The withered tree shall see the steward brought to heel. Yishi Shavsha Truga. Task Shali Yasar Vaskuchat Karnai. What is this? What's happening? Brahma Kuala. I've summoned a demon. Great. I'm still in a range stance. The Rogmol rise and disappears in the darkness of the old archive.
We won't let our city fall.
Nobor's body lies motionless on the floor of the old archives, his face frozen in horror. His body bears no wounds, but all life is gone from him. The scroll's origin may or may not have been unknown to Nobor, but it is clear that the power it contained was beyond the imagining and control. Mithrandir's warning was not misplaced. He must be told of what has occurred.
Is this your first time in Minas Tirith? Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
I heard a great calamity in the back of the archives. Have you dealt with the thief? You informed Guldil that you were able to confront the thief, but he was slain by some manner of fell spirit. A spirit? In the archives? Nonsense. If you happen to use too much force and slew the thief, I will not speak against you. You have my word. Nevertheless, I am glad this matter has been resolved, even at such a cost. Next, I must go talk to Maynir. I like how casual that guy is. You know, he thinks I just casually murdered somebody in his archives, and he's like, ah, well, that's fine. I won't tell anyone. You go on and get out of here, Hobbit. Yeah, I'm still going this way. It's pretty easy to get lost in these areas.
When the time comes to fight, we'll be ready.
I'm glad to see you return, Kippen. Were you able to find the scroll? You tell Maynard that the scroll burned after the thief read it out loud, but omit further details. Well, I suppose it resolved itself then. I'm sorry to have taken up so much of your time. You have my thanks for seeking the scroll, even if it all came to naught. All I would ask now is that you return to Mithrandir and tell him that we need not worry any longer. Alright, back to Mr. Gandalf. Getting the hang of maneuvering around here. It's not so bad once you learn the areas. I am gladdened that you were able to destroy both the original and the transcript of the scroll, but the skill to summon a creature as foul as a Rogmole by words alone is outside the power of most men. It is likely that one of the Nazgul had a hand in devising this plan, and judging by the chosen language, I believe it to be the High Sorcerer of Harad, a man long succumbed to his master's will. Unknowingly, the warrior who brought it into the city only worked to lay the foundation for the enemy's ruinous plans. You did well to banish the Rogmole, but I fear it is not the last that we shall see of it. I shall not be long before I call upon you again, Kippen. Let us be prepared for the coming of the enemy. Excellent, so I think I got my kindred. Perfect. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. It's a little bit of a shorter one. In the next one, I'm going to do another quest chain that I missed here in Minas Tirith along the way. And then after that, I think we'll finally be done. And then I'll go do the warbands. And that should take us to the finale of the season, I believe. So, thanks as always for watching. And I will see you guys next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.